there, team. Welcome to subtract mixed numbers. Subtract mixed numbers with unlike denominators. Subtract mixed numbers with unlike denominators. And we're going to look at questions like this. We're going to look at questions like this. Look, 4 3/4, which is of course a mixed number. Take away 2 1/2, which is also a mixed number because it's got a whole number and a fraction. Okay. And our success criteria, how we'd go about that might be, first of all, we're going to need to convert these fractions so they have a common denominator, and after we've done that, we're going to subtract the fractions and then we're going to subtract the whole numbers. Okay, let's get into that right now. Okay, let's have a look at, whoops-a-daisy. We're in the teaching phase. Let's have a look at 4 3/4 minus 2 1/7. Now, when we're looking at this, guys, I want to deal with the fractions first. So let's seek to deal with the fractions first. Let's worry about the whole numbers later. Let's just minus the fractions from each other. So we're going to seek to take away 1/7 from 3/4. But look, we can't because they are uncommon denominators. We've got to make them the same denominator. So what is the lowest common multiple, or what is a number that both 4 goes into and that both 7 go into? What is the lowest number that 7 goes into that also 4 goes into? Let's have a look at that. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to find that number by times in 4 by 7. I know that 4 times 7 equals 28. So I know that's the number they both go into. So I'm going to stick with 28, which sounds like a winning strategy to me. So I know that 7 times 4 equals 28. Great. Whatever you do to the bottom of the fraction, you've got to do to the top if you're going to make it equivalent. So 1 times 4 equals 4. So 1/7 is the same as 4 over 28. Same thing. I know that 4 times 7 equals 28. And remember, with fractions, when you're going to make them equivalent, whatever you do to the bottom, you got to do to the top. So 3 times 7 equals 21. So I know that 3/4 equals 21 over 28. It's the same value. It's equivalent. Okay, so look, now we've turned 1/7. Now we've turned 1/7 into 4/28, and we've turned 3/4 into 21/28. Hooray! So our sum is now 4 21/28. Take away 2 4/28, which is much easier to do, hey? So you remember I said let's do the fractions first. Okay, well 21 take away 4 is going to be 17, so that's 17/28, right? And 4 take away 2 is 2. So your answer there would be 2 17/28, and you cannot simplify that any further. That is as simple as that gets. Okay, well, let's try and do one together. Let's go to the next slide and off we go. I'm going to write one down. Okay, here we go. 9 4/7 take away 4 1/4. Now, straight away, guys, we're going to do this together. Now, you can tell me what's the first thing we're going to do. Well, let me spoil it for you. We're going to try to take these fractions away. We're going to try and take 1/4 away from 4/7. Okay, so it's going to be 4/7 take away 1/4. But we can't do that because, look, you tell me what's got to happen. Pause me and tell me what's got to happen. I hope you paused me, and I hope you worked out that, look, 7 doesn't go into 4, 4 doesn't go into a 7. We're going to have to find the lowest common multiple, or the lowest number that they both go into. And again, it's the same number. Oh, how embarrassing. What's the number we used in the last sum? Well, 7 times 4 is 28, so we can put them both into 28. I didn't mean to do that, guys. Okay, we've replicated the number, but no problem. Let's make them both 28s, okay? So, what are we going to times 4 by to get to 28? Can you work that out? What are we going to times 7 by to get to 28? Well, we just did it. Okay, can you work it out, what it was? Right, we times 4 by 7 to get 28, right? So that's how we got 28. So with fractions, whatever you do to the bottom, you got to do to the top. Times the bottom by 7 times the top by 7, which means times 1 by 7 is 7/28. Right, over here with 9 4/7. What did we times this 4 by? What did we times this 7 by to get 28? We times it by 4. So with fractions, whatever you do to the bottom, you got to do to the top. So 7 times 4 equals 28. Great. 4 times 4 equals 16. Okay, ta-da! Right, look, we've made equivalent fractions. 1/4 equals 7 over 28. Same as a quarter. 4/7 equals 16 over 28. It's the same as 4/7. Okay, so now our new sum, really, and much easier sum, is 9 and 16/28, take away 4 and 7/28, which is much easier to do. And like I said, let's do the fractions first. Can you do the fractions first? Can you take away 16? Well, can you have 16/28 and then take away 7/28? Can you do that? And the answer you should have gotten is 9. It is 9, isn't it? 9/28, which I think we might be able to, maybe not, which is 9/28. And then you've got to do the whole numbers. Can you take the whole numbers away from each other? Whole 9, take away the whole number 4, which is, can you do that for me? Which is 5. So our answer would be 5 and 9/28, which cannot be simplified. That is your simplest version of that answer, 5 and 9/28. Okay, let's do another one. I'm going to give you a go at having a crack at this one by yourself. I might help you a little bit. Let's have a go. Off we go. Let's go to another one. And this number's going to be, this sum's going to be, there's a good one. 10 and 5/8 minus 3 and 1/3. And I am going to help you a little because I want to look at a different lowest common multiple other than 28. You've got to take away 10 and 5/8 minus, you've got to do 10 and 5/8 minus 3 and 1/3. And I'm going to tell you straight away, you're going to need to convert these into a lowest common multiple, or a number, the lowest number they both go into. And the way to do that would be 8 times 3 is 24. So I've started you off, right? Can you now convert this third into 24ths? Can you now convert this 5/8 into 24ths? Okay, pause me and have a go at that. Okay, I hope you paused me. I hope you went right. 3 times 8 equals 24, which is why we've got 24 there. Whatever you do to the bottom, you've got to do to the top. 1 times 8 equals 8, right? I hope over here went 8 times 3 equals 24, which is why we've got 24 there. Whatever you do to the bottom, you've got to do to the top. 5 times 3 equals 15. So, basically, here you go, 1/3 equals 8/24, and 5/8 equals 15 over 24. It's the same value. So now, can you do the rest of the sum? Why don't you have a go all by yourself? What's the rest of the sum? I'll help you out. It's going to be 10 and 15/24. Take away 3 and 8/24. Okay. 10 and 15/24. Take away 3 and 8/24. Okay, I hope you paused me. I hope you did it. I hope you went, okay. 15/24 take away 8/24 is 7/24. And then you do the whole numbers. 10 minus 3 equals 7. The answer is 7 and 7/24. And you can't simplify that. Hey, can we pretend something? Can we pretend the answer was 7? Let's just pretend. The answer was 7 and 12/24. Sorry. If the answer was that, you could have simplified it. The answer wasn't that. But if the answer was 7 and 12/24, then you could have simplified all the way to 7 and 1/2. Oh, well, let's try and write a half. Let's try and write a 12. If the answer was 7 and 12/24, you could have simplified that to 7 and 1/2. Okay, could have done that. But the answer wasn't that, guys. The answer was actually 7 and 7/24, which cannot be simplified. You're going to have a go all by. Hey guys, here's one you can do all by yourself. Let's see how you go. It's going to involve a simplification at the end, actually. 9 and 16/20, take away 3 and 2/5. Okay, have a go. Let's see how you go. Okay. I hope you paused me. I hope you went a little bit like this. I hope you went. Converted into 20ths, because that's your lowest common multiple, and 5 times 4 obviously equals 20. So 2 times 4 equals 8. So you converted 2/5 to 8/20. Then you kept 16 as, well, 16/20 is 16/20, because that's exactly what it is already. And then you went 9 and 16/20, take away 3 and 8/20 actually equals, well, that's 8/20, isn't it? Because 16/20 minus 8/20 is 8/20. But 9 minus 3 is 6. So your answer was 6 and 8/20. But oh, look, you can actually simplify that, can't you? Because if you divide 8 by 4, and you'll get 2, and if you divide 20 by 4, you'll get 5. So your actual simplified answer would be 6 and 2/5. Remember, 6 and 8/22 is correct, but a more correct answer, a simplified answer, is 6 2/5. Okay, thanks very much. Hope this has been helpful.